If these responses fail, then we fall back on our final line of defense, which is the dorsal parasympathetic nervous system. This usually kicks in during life-threatening situations when fight or flight would either make things worse or just basically not moving becomes the best strategy. So its first function is to have the freeze response. Its next function is to conserve our oxygen and energy by dramatically slowing down our systems, and it reduces metabolic activity and completely stops our digestive system. And like to the point where people might actually lose control of their bowels because their system has completely shut down. So I want you to really understand this is an intense place to be. And the funny thing is, in well-being mode, it controls most of the neural pathways to our organs. So it's like big in digestion, elimination, sleep, reproductive functions. But when this system kicks on, that very first system where the social engagement is going on, it's completely turned off. It's completely turned off. We don't have the ability to have social engagement and the freeze response going on at the same time, which also means that we have lost access to functions such as the ability to relate effectively to other people, to our external environment. And this means that we don't have the capability to problem solve. It's gone. Our body is basically preparing for shutdown. Their conscious awareness and other thinking brain functions are just degraded, or they might go offline completely. So we might not even register fear anymore. We might not register pain. I believe that this is where people live if they are cutters. If they're known as cutters, I believe that they're living in this place, and that's why they're cutting to search for some form of physical pain. We have no ability to take any self-protective actions. We lose track of time, things go in slow motion, we get confused, we can disassociate from ourselves. And basically, we might look on the outside like, oh, they just look like a deer in a headlights, which doesn't sound that bad. But the internal state is at the highest stress levels possible. So regardless of how much stress arousal we have mobilized, when our body is functioning properly, our survival brain will once again kick in. Even after this happens, it will kick in to turn on the ventral PSNS to recover completely. And it's instinctively done without the thinking brain. So it's very important. So the question is, why wouldn't it be functioning properly? Because we have, we get into that place where that brake isn't functioning properly. So we're not starting at a regular baseline. We're carrying all that stress from before with us to the next place. So then even really minor threats, they feel really huge. And next thing you know, we're overreacting, we're lashing out with our loved ones, or we're withdrawing from people, and we're so completely worried and paralyzed by procrastination and fear. We're overwhelmed, all the things, you know. And on top of that, we have less capacity to actually use our thinking brain functions to access creative problem solving and to be able to, you know, get a perspective shift and get some more awareness. So we need to be able to shift and work together.